Hey guys, this is Bharatwaj with Fonearena.com and this is the Nexus 9. Yes, we finally have it here, finally, after a week-long struggle with the customs and so on. But yes, this is the HTC Nexus 9, HTC's second tablet after the massive failure that was the HTC Flyer way long back. So HTC is back in the tablet game thanks to Google, and in partnership with them, they have produced this Nexus 9, which runs stock Android 5.0 Lollipop. That's one of the main highlights of this device. And also, it's a 4x3 form factor device that's aimed squarely at the iPad. So we're going to see how the device is in terms of hardware and software, and it's going to be a first impressions look because this is the first ever time we are taking a look at it, obviously. So let's go ahead and unbox this HTC Nexus 9. Taking a look at the box, you can see how minimalistic it is. It's white and there is just the number 9. You have some stickers by the sides covering up the whole thing, and over at the back you have just a large illustration. So it's a 32GB Wi-Fi version and the whole thing is like a sticker. So let's take that out and take a look inside directly. Well, that's kind of hard. Alright, so that's the Nexus 9. Inside the box, straight away, right on top, is the Nexus 9. You could mistake it for an iPad. Seriously, that's pretty much the same design. For example, you can take the iPad Air 2 here, and yeah, the design looks indeed very similar. So that's the HTC Nexus, very nicely built. And we'll be taking a look at it shortly after taking a look at the box contents. So these are the box contents, a really nice book here for the Nexus 9, user guide and so on, definitely, and it does look really appealing. So warranty and guarantee and so on, and this is about the user manual. So that's about it for the paper stuff inside. This is the HTC charger, the usual one, and the micro USB cable. And you can see the box is also pretty similar to what you see in other HTC devices, beg your pardon. So yes, that's the tablet and that's the box. There is nothing much inside. Let's take a look at the tablet now. That's obviously the most important thing here. So taking the tablet out, I can immediately feel how superior the design, the build quality is. The soft touch finish on the back is absolutely brilliant. It's much better than the Nexus 5, for example. It has a very similar finish on the black version. It's much better, and over at the sides is completely metal, and that is also incredibly appealing for me, at least. Well, yeah, that's the metallic sides. You can see the brushed metal. It's not fake, it's real. And there is also the buttons that are made of metal. There is the power button, and there is also the plastic strip. Sorry about the power button and the volume rockers, not just the power button. There is also the microphone here, and moving to the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack, and there is also a plastic strip. Now moving over to the left, you have pretty much nothing, and moving over to the back, as I mentioned earlier, it's a really appealing device. You have metal accents for the camera, the LED flash, that's the Nexus logo, you can see it up close, and then of course you have the HTC branding. You have front-facing speakers on the front, of course. The front-facing speakers, you can locate them here. This is the front-facing camera, and these are the front-facing speakers. Boom Sound branded, so they must feel pretty good. Now let's turn on the device. That's pretty much about the hardware, and see how Android Lollipop is. And there you go, that's Android Lollipop for you with material design. So you can see cards and so on. I'm gonna just skip, not even able to skip, so I'm just gonna set it up and get back to you. So that's the Nexus 9 completely set up. You can see Android Lollipop in full glory. This is the new material design language that's been incorporated into Google's user interface, and it looks fabulous, to be really honest. The icons, the drop shadows, and everything associated with material design makes Android look much more appealing than what it was. even KitKat was kind of a evolutionary upgrade, but this is revolutionary. A lot of things have changed and animations just flow. You can see how smooth the UI is. So yeah, that's the material design UI, and obviously this is running on the latest version of Android. So going into the settings page, you can see the settings are again neatly arranged for the tablet screen's UI now. So 2-column setup. So going into the about page, this is the Android version and everything that you might want to know about the tablet. So yes, that's the Nexus 9 in terms of software. It has an 8 megapixel camera at the back and a 1.6 megapixel camera at the front. Both are good for video calling, but that's about it. That's the camera UI that you got. And yeah, so more importantly, underneath this, inside this tablet, you get the Tegra K1 chipset, which has a 192 core Kepler GPU inside. So it makes it a really good gaming tablet, but Google is not really going for that angle. They want a productivity angle. They also have released a keyboard accessory, which we might get and do an unboxing video of it, but for now we don't have it. And but that's clearly indicative of what Google sees the HTC Nexus 9 as. You can see that it's almost as big as the iPad Air 2. Not much of a difference, I would say. For example, the Mini is much smaller, whereas the iPad Air 2 is much bigger. But HTC and Google seem to have gained a balance between the two and released the Nexus 9, which is almost 9 inches in screen size, 8.9 to be precise. So that's the iPad Air 2 and the Nexus 9. So yeah, that's about it for the video. This is the HTC Nexus 9 that you took a look at, and it's pretty good. But the display, we would say, is not that great. It's slightly bleeding at the top. You can see the bleeding when you take a look at the white glow at the top, and even when I rotate the screen, you have the same glow at the bottom, but it's actually at the top of the display. But yeah, that aside, it does feel like a really solid tablet. We will be bringing you more about the HTC Nexus 9 soon, so stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit the like button if you like this video. So that's about it for the unboxing. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comment section below.